Terrion. What's up, man? I really appreciate it, man. It's really good to see you, man. I'm a really big fan of everything that you got going.
You know, you're one of my favorite people to talk to.
You're one of mine too, man. And you know what? Like, I kind of started back when you had one of the interviews in the beginning. You were talking about listening to Coach Saban and understand what he's saying at the right time. And since then, man, I just seen not only your game transform, but you, man. And I'm really proud of you. Just want to say that, man.
I appreciate
real respect, real, man.
Yeah,
so,
real respect, real.
For real, 100%, man. This team, can you talk about kind of the transformation? Because this team has changed since the beginning to where we are now.
I would speak on basically like saying length.
Yeah.
Obviously, we knew coming into the season that people thought we weren't going to be the old Bama, but we never lost faith in that. And that Texas game was a really, really humbling experience. So for us to go out there and kind of just watch the world go like, I told you they weren't going to be that. I told you they weren't going to be this. And we had like a real coming to judgment, or like they would say coming to Christ moment, week 2 of the season. And then obviously you saw USF, that wasn't that good. And just after that, we came into the locker room on that Sunday and we had that conversation as far as, okay, y'all, we have 8 more games left. How do we want to be remembered? When we tell our kids moments like this, what are we going to tell our kids? You can either stand up and fight, or you can back down right now. We could go 5 and 6, as they would say. So, I mean, with that being said, it was just one of those things where we really, really bought into it then. And even J. Mill, with him not playing that game, he spoke to the team and talked about unselfishness as far as going out there and playing for your brother no matter what your role is on the team. We got guys who are good at picking people up. We got guys who are good at encouraging people no matter if you're on the field. Like, even when I come off the field, I talk to guys like Antonio Kite. Hey, what did you see? I didn't see the release right here.
Yeah.
And then you got guys like Ty, and then the other Ty Simpson, Ty Buckner. I mean, very, very humble people who even talk to Jalen about stuff like that. So I feel like we lost that selfishness that a lot of teams can have, but we really want to go out there and want better or best for each other. Like, this team really bought into that, and we're a true brotherhood.
I feel like you guys are also, I talk about this a lot, like battle tested. I look at the offenses you guys win against. Texas, Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian. Dude, the Tennessee wide receivers, they were elite. The LSU wide, dude, I mean.
Elite neighbors.
Oh my goodness, he was targeted 18 times in that game, which is crazy. Georgia's offense, I mean, talk about like the battle tested mentality of this team.
I would say, I mean, this team, we're fearless. Like, we're one of those teams that go up and we love competition. And I mean, even for myself testifying, the moment in the situation I had with Lamb McConkey. I know what I said in that interview, so I know. With that being said, it was an automatic target on my head. So I know you coming at me, and when he gave me that look, it was one of those things like, hey, let's play ball now. So it's the same thing with this team. Whenever we have big games and big moments, we show up. And I mean, this team is a really competitive team, and it even comes from practice. The offense and defense go at it, iron sharpens iron. I mean, even the other number 3, Jermaine, right there, our reps that we take in games, in practice, are real game reps. Like, it's really, as they would say, when you come to Bama, iron sharpens iron.
100%. Last question. A lot of people have talked about this. I personally enjoy Miss Terry, how she's been able to take care of the community, Tuscaloosa. Like, they've given back so much to Tuscaloosa, but your relationship, whatever you could share.
I would say Miss Terry, man, she's one of a kind. Like, she's a really, really humble woman. She's the unsung hero of the team, and she doesn't get all the credit that she deserves. But honestly, it's not about that for her. She really just wants to see us become better men. And even the relationship that I have with her, it's just one of those one-of-a-kind relationships because, I mean, she really fits me as a person. I mean, Coach Saban, he's a very, very hard, strict coach when he gets on to me. Miss Terry, she gets on to me too, but she builds me back up. Obviously, as far as like that mother, that nurturer, and she's really been here for the team. And we appreciate her for that.
Last thing, where can people support the Link merchandise?
Oh, y'all can go to the Link pop-up shop in Pasadena, or y'all can go order it on the site with Athlete's Thread. Like,
appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate you, man.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm good, man.
Okay, so funny moment. It was the SEC championship game. You guys just won. Everybody had doubted them, except me, because I've been saying believe in these guys all season long. You're walking off and you look into the camera and you're like, you better put us in the playoffs. I mean, did you just, like, the mindset of this team, it's been amazing to watch you guys grow, man.
Yes, sir.
Going into that Georgia game, what was kind of the mindset?
Going into the Georgia game, our mindset was, really do or die. We're really in like a tough situation, but this team, this brotherhood that we have, we just came together and we knew we would win. We knew we would win. We had a great week of preparation, and that's really what it came down to, man. And like I said, the brotherhood here is very strong. We just love each other, man. That's like one thing I feel like we missed out on, last year. But this team is just unbelievable, and I love it. Like, the whole culture, we got linked, you know what I'm saying? And, we really trying to let all the naysayers know how we coming.
I mean, I know, like, going into this season, the beginning of the season, you had an injury. So, I mean, but you've been behind these guys. Talk about that secondary room, because,
yes,
I mean, anywhere you go with it, whether it's the star position, the corners, the safeties, I mean, guys got a lot of talent.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Our defensive back room is very versatile. It's not one player on that in our room who can just play one position. We can all play any position. We can all go from safety to star to corner and play money position on third down. You know what I'm saying? So this room is very talented and skilled room, and I love all those guys.
I mean, how crazy is it? Like, because every time I talk about you, they're like, Devonta Smith, like what? Like another Devonta Smith? Yeah. Is that crazy for you? Like,
it really is crazy, man. But like, it started like a long time ago for me, because Smitty, he was always popping like.
But is your nickname also Smitty?
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, everything literally the same. Like, name spelled the same, exactly everything.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But it's been like that like probably half my life, because I was always good at football. He was always good on football.
Yeah.
And say if like you would look your name up on Google, his name would come up and my name. Like, so it's like I always knew about him, but I didn't know it was gonna be like he's gonna come to Alabama, I was gonna come out of Bama. Like, it was crazy. So, but it's definitely been, a fun experience these past 3 years. Everybody confusing us and stuff like that. I don't know how they confused us, because we look totally different.
Yeah, 100%.
But I guess it's a Bama thing.
Jalen Milroe turning an amazing leader. Yes. We've seen it. You talk about his leadership.
Man, well, first and foremost, Jalen Milroe is an outstanding guy. Man, like, outside of football, man, he has a strong amount of faith. He's always like uplifting the team. I never seen him like he talks to everybody. Like, he don't just stay to himself or anything like that. He's a real team leader. You know what I'm saying? And this team has kind of bonded towards him, what I'm saying, because he's faced a lot of adversity, especially at the start of the season, off the season, whether that's people criticizing him and everything like that. And I'm extremely proud of that guy, man. I'm extremely proud of that guy. I love him to death, and that's my brother for life.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm really happy for you, man.
Appreciate that.
Good things coming your way.
Most definitely.
All right, man. Good to see you, man. Appreciate it, man. All right. Because I feel like the ride-out mentality is back. Can you talk about these wide receivers?
I think they've kind of banded together, and they all kind of go out there with something to prove. It's great to kind of see those guys kind of feed off of each other. And, as a team, we've done a great job of just growing from early on in the season, maturing and getting an idea of what we need to do and what we need to be to go out there and execute.
What were you thinking during that Texas A&M game when Jermaine Burton just kind of took over that game?
You know what? It didn't surprise me. He prepares the right way. He comes out with a mentality that he feels like he's the best player on the planet. And there's no doubt that game, he got a chance to kind of show people what he's capable of doing.
I was talking to Isaiah Bond earlier, and he was quick to point out, I said Isaiah Bond, Kobe Prentice, Kendrick Law, super sovereign. He's like, don't forget about Emmanuel Henderson. You talk about those sophomores?
You know what? Emmanuel's done a great job of just continuing to develop. He has a great mentality. He has a great work ethic. He's a guy that kind of bounced around from different positions, and now he's kind of found a home at wide receiver. He's done a great job for us on special teams. Ended up making an unbelievable catch in yesterday's practice. So it's great to kind of see him continue to develop. So hopefully we can get a chance to kind of get him some reps in the game where other people can kind of see what he's been working on behind the scenes.
Last thing, just Isaiah Bond's just overall mentality. I mean, he's obviously super confident. But he was like, that wasn't the first game winner I've caught before. Just can you talk about like his mindset, his mantra?
You know what? Recruiting him in high school, he came with a confidence that some people would kind of see as borderline arrogance, but he believes in kind of himself because of the work that he's put in. So there's no doubt that, him making that play is probably the play that he's seen himself make, time and time again. So when you talk about him playing as a true freshman last year, he kind of came in as a freshman, dinged up a little bit and got healthy, started to kind of show some promise as the season went on. But this year, I feel like he's kind of taken an extra step and kind of boosted this offense, and also we get a chance to kind of see the speed, the maturity, right, the confidence, and how he plays, and he's showing up in big time pressure points and making plays.
Holmon Wiggins, the coach of the Rideouts. I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much. Good luck to you, man. All right. It was Alabama offensive coordinator Tommy Rees. Thanks for your time. How's this first year been for you, getting acclimated to the system? I mean, such an amount of growth from the beginning to where we're at right now.
Yeah, it's been a rewarding season. I'm extremely proud of the staff, the players, the ability for us to keep working and evolve as an offense, to keep kind of moving forward 1 week at a time, adding things to what we can do. The buy-in from the staff and the players has been tremendous. And the time and effort that's been put in. It's been a very rewarding year, and hopefully we got a couple more opportunities ahead of us to continue to grow and get better. But it's you come to Alabama for opportunities like this. You work with great coaches first and foremost, great people, and then you have an opportunity to work with great players that want to be great, want to get better, and that's been a great experience so far.
I've seen Coach break down film on. People think of him as a defensive coach, but I mean, how's Coach Saban on the offensive schematics?
Yeah, he sees the game, as a big picture. Obviously, you don't have the success he has without being able to see both sides of the ball. And, it's a very unique perspective, talking to a defensive-minded coach about offensive football, and there's a lot of positive feedback that comes with that. And he does understand, obviously, all three phases really well, and that's something for me as a young coach that has been very valuable.
I wanted to ask you about clearly Jalen Milroe and how you've seen him not only transform his game, but kind of turn into this leader that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I think it's I think the confidence that comes with knowing that you're the quarterback and the ownership that comes with that allows somebody to grow. And then obviously, as he's earned the success that he's had and he's going to continue to have, and that gives you the platform to be a leader, to put yourself out in front of the group, and he's earned the respect and trust of his teammates. You see that in the way he's been voted captain and all those different things. So and I've been really fortunate to be a part of his journey and help him where I can. But a lot of the credit goes to Jay and the time and effort he's put through, and it's been fun to have everybody kind of see the person that he really is.
Last question on the offensive line, kind of the transformation of those guys, and maybe even starting with Seth. I mean, we've seen this offensive line transform with this team.
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with Coach Wolf and the work he's put in with that group and the time and effort that he's gone into developing it. You want that group to play as one, not as 5 individuals, but as one. And I think as the season's progressed, you've seen that develop. You've seen them come together. You've seen a young left tackle, continue to develop as the season's gone on. You've seen Seth, as a veteran that's played a lot for us, go through his own challenges, but really be a steady presence for those guys. And then, I think, J-Rob coming in and playing an expanded role midway through the season, I think has allowed our growth to happen. Really pleased with where that group's at right now.
Cool. Thank you very much, Coach. I really appreciate it, man. Good luck to you, man. All right, you good? All right, here with Coach Bala, inside linebacker coach. I wanted to talk to you about Trez Marshall, Deontay Lawson, even Jihaad Campbell. Maybe let's start with Jihaad Campbell. What type of growth have you seen from him this year?
Yeah, Jihaad really took a big step in the spring, and he kind of used that momentum building through the summer, in the fall camp. And then, he kind of was, hindered from that knee injury early. And, so that kind of got him, back in the rhythm of things. And once he, started getting more reps, game-like reps, and, getting used to the speed, everything that he is started to show up on film. He did a really good job. The thing about Jihaad is he loves football. And he's in my office every day before practice, going over the script, going over film, and all that stuff. And he does a good job, being self-sufficient and be able to, be the best version of himself.
Deontay Lawson is somebody who clearly, it doesn't seem like he has he's a very vocal guy, but it seems like he just gets the job done. I mean, how important is it to have a guy like that as your signal caller?
Yeah, he, when he speaks, it means something. That's the big thing with Deontay. He's not a big rah-rah guy. Like you said, he just gets the job done. He's really cerebral. And, you can tell him one thing, he'll go out to practice and execute it. But the thing about Deontay, man, he's a watch your kids, date your daughter type trust. and you know, all of his teammates gravitate around, you know, towards his leadership. And you know, to have a guy like that on the field is unbelievable for the defense. And there's words can't describe how truly I feel about him. I mean, I think I've known him for 9 months now, and you know, the trust that I have in him is unbelievable.
Now, you've been acclimated now, obviously, to Tuscaloosa, but what is it like getting to actually coach under Coach Saban and kind of that whole process about being here in within Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, kind of speaking with Deontay, like, you know, words can't describe it. You know, you could see everything from outside in, the type of program we are, the type of program the coach runs. But when you're truly inside of it, it goes far deeper than people think. And the relationships that he has with us as coaches, the way he, you know, cares about the players. And I think that's what you see on the field is the way they come out and, you know, play for the program is a direct relation to the culture that he's built over the time he's been here.
Yeah,
so,
well,
you know, a testament to him.
Yeah, for sure. We're really good to catch up with you. I appreciate you. Good luck in the Rose Bowl, Coach. All right. Robert Bala. Like the big Santa outside my house on Anna Lane. Yeah, I see your little boy walking, and he's like, "There's Santa Claus." It's a big dude.
He is big.
Yeah. Are we good? All right. Here with Coach Freddy Roach. I mean, the defensive line. I want to start with Justin Mbogbe. I don't think we talk enough about him and his mind. Like, he's a grown man.
He's done a good job. Yeah. He's came back. He's worked his butt off. Just proud of where he's come from. You know, he's a leader in that room, and he's been consistent. And we're glad to have him, and just to see him go out there and improve daily and weekly, it's been good to see.
Tim Keenan, I mean, another guy who has really had an incredible season. Can you talk about him?
Yeah, Tim's done a great job. You know, he's been here a couple of years. He got his weight down. You know, he's focused on what he had to do to improve, and he deserved everything he's getting. You know, he's playing hard. He's doing what we ask him to do defensively, and plays are coming to him. So, you know, he's another guy in that room that's a leader. Probably hadn't been here as long as the others. Has done a tremendous job to help this football team.
Also, I want to talk about kind of Jaheim Otis, because he was another guy that went under a weight transformation. Right. What have you seen from him this year, and how instrumental has he been for your defense?
Yeah, he's done really well. He and Tim Smith have both been playing the same position. We rolled him pretty consistently, but it's done really well. I'm really proud of these guys and what they've done and what they've committed themselves to doing to help us get better. And they've done it throughout the season, week in and week out.
Last question. I mean, I certainly feel like the defense has been battle tested. You look at the defense, the offense that you guys have gone against: Texas, Ole Miss, Tennessee, LSU, Georgia. Just talk about the overall defense.
Yes, there's a lot of tough teams we played, and I think every week's a different challenge. And those guys have done a good job of responding to the challenge and just playing the next play. That's what it's about. You know, it's going to be good plays, it's going to be bad plays, but play the next play and let's continue to work. And that's what they've done. Really proud of them.
I appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you, man.
Good to see you, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, Campbell. Inside linebacker. I mean, first of all, I just want to talk to you about the mindset of Deontay Lawson, one of your teammates. If you could hype him up.
He's a great dude, man. You know, he's a great leader. And, you know, he's a great linebacker on the team and a great teammate.
How important was it for for Alabama to keep that pipeline to the IMG Academy?
Oh, it definitely was important. You know, I feel like, you know, we have, you know, obviously everybody, you know, tremendous talent. You know, everybody's good. But I feel like, you know, IMG, it follows up to be at Alabama just because of the whole system, you know, how everything is orchestrated.
How important, like, what's kind of your message to some of these younger guys behind you about being patient, waiting your turn?
I mean, just trust yourself, man. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you just got to stay patient. You got to be humble, you know, through it all. So, you know, just keep God by your side and, you know, just keep praying and just keep doing what you do and be you. That's it.
What's kind of been the defensive mindset this week going into the Rose Bowl? You guys pretty locked in?
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, I feel like all of our guys, even the backup guys, you know, is very locked in. You know, as a whole team, not even just the defense. You know, everybody, defense, offense, special teams unit. You know, we're all locked in, and we know what this game means to us.
I was talking with Coach Robert Bala earlier. I mean, he's a new guy to the system. What is it like being coached by him?
I mean, he's a great coach, you know, that just got on the staff. You know, I respect him a lot. You know, I appreciate him as a coach, you know, because he's a great mentor, he's a great coach.
Lastly, I mean, you guys, the edge rushers are monsters. I mean, Braza and Dallas Turner, highlight those guys.
I mean, those guys are big big help to our team, are a big part of our team. But not only them, you know, just everybody on the team. You know, the DBs, the linebackers, the D-line. You know, like you got to give your hats off to them too, just because of how hard they work.
All right, appreciate it, Jihaad. Good to meet you, man. All right, Jihaad. All right, here with Justice Haynes, running back at the University of Alabama. I want to kind of start out. I mean, how the leadership from Jace and Roydell, what have they shown you early on here at Alabama?
Tremendous. You know, those two are like my big brothers. You know, I'm so grateful to be in a room with them and, you know, to have a great coach, Coach G as well. That have Coach G is like a father figure, and Jace and Roydell are like big brothers to me, you know, and I'm so grateful, like I said, to be in a room and for them just to teach me the Bama way. You know, they've been here and they know what it takes, you know, and so just learning every bits and piece that I can from them has been great.
How happy were you for Jam Miller in the SEC title game? I mean, because we all knew that, you know, he was going to be like, he was going to rise up when it came to, but what did you see from him and how happy were you for him that game?
Jam, I see the work that Jam puts in each and every day, and I'm always happy for all my brothers, you know, and Jam is another one, you know. We're closer in age than Jason, Roydell, and I, but he's like a brother to me as well. And, you know, everyone in that room is like a brother to me. And I love all those boys, and I'll do anything for those boys any day. And I'm tremendously happy, and I knew Jam would step up to the occasion and do what he needed to do to help the team win.
I'm a big, like, when I watch a film, even if it's just practice or whatever, I get the footwork. So is there like is there a trainer that helped you get that? Is some of that natural? Is there somebody you want to give a shout out to that helped you on your game?
Oh yeah, definitely. So, you know, first and foremost, I give all my talents and everything to God. You know, without him, I'm nothing. But people that have definitely helped me along the way is Markel Beckwith. He's my running back specialist trainer back home. So he's definitely helped a lot. And Coach Earl Williams, who also handles a lot of my footwork back home. And, you know, and then Coach G, you know, being here, he's taken over that role, and you know, he does a great job with everything he does, and just defining all the details of our game.
Lastly, about being patient and about kind of waiting your chance. You know, it's going to come, but like, how was that process for you?
You know, for me, I'm a very faithful person, so trusting in God's plan is always big. And you know, in the Bible it says like, be patient, you know, and you'll be fine. You know, just trusting God's plan. So that's always great for me. You know, just to know that, and so that you know, not playing right away, all this other stuff, you know, being patient, that's fine with me, because, you know, I know that God has a bigger plan, and I'm just trusting that plan.
Love that, man. I respect that, man. Really good to meet you, man. Best wishes to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Good? All right. I remember the first time that we heard you speak during the lone media opportunity, you talked about Outback. And it was like a solid. Did you ever go back to Outback?
I have not yet. So I think maybe in the off season I'll go back.
All right, back to more important stuff. Special teams. I feel it's kind of underrated. I mean, you and Will have done such a great job. How's that process been for you?
It's been good. It's been interesting. It's just a grind. So every year we're trying to get better. We're trying to do our job more consistently. So I think me and Will and Neil, especially, we just went into the spring last year and just wanted to like hit it on the head and just make sure everything was perfect every single time you go on the field.
I mean, Australia kind of known. You're starting to have some punters in the NFL. I mean, what's your thoughts about, I don't know, some of the guys that have gone on to play on Sundays?
Yeah, I respect all of them. They're, like, punting's a very hard craft. I know that firsthand now, but just doing it every single day, there's a lot of frustration that goes into it as well. And being able to go play at the next level is a real big credit to those guys. So I'm very, very like impressed with all that.
Coming into SEC country, I mean, are some of these stadiums, have they even been I mean, impressive to you to go play at, like away games?
Oh yeah, every single one I go to, I'm still amazed with the size and the magnitude and just how crazy all the fans are. It's awesome.
The Iron Bowl, where you guys, it's like 4th and 31, and Jalen Milroe throws the gravedigger. What were you thinking when that play was going down?
It's just like you got a lot of mixed emotions. Like you're like, oh, we might be out of it, we might not be out of it, but there's always just like a funny feeling in your stomach. You're like, I just feel like we're gonna do something here. It was the same thing my freshman year when we were down there with Bryce in that last drive. Like, I just knew we weren't done yet, and we weren't done, and we got the dub, and we came out walking with the cherry, so it was good.
Last question, what's the mindset of this team been like this week at practice?
Oh, it's been good. We're all locked in, so we all know what we want to do. We came here for one thing, and that's to win and go to the national championship, so we're all locked in, and we're looking forward to it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, all right. Emmanuel Henderson, Kyle Henderson. No relation, but we're here at the Rose Bowl. Emmanuel, I was talking to your coach Holmon Wiggins, and he had a lot of positive things to say about you. Really glad that you're back and you're healthy, man. How are you feeling overall?
I'm feeling good. You know, I'm just ready to get back on the field, contribute with the team. You know, do as much as possible to help the team get the win.
What have you seen from some of your teammates? I mean, because I always talk about the sophomores. Like, man, it's crazy. Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, Isaiah Bond. You were in that mix. I mean, that group. Talk about kind of the closeness.
Well, definitely. Coming in as a new receiver, you know, I came in as a running back in high school. So come in, learn a new position. I just watch the guys around me, you know, learn different moves from them. So, you know, it's just been great, you know, just been working and getting better every day.
What was that kind of conversation like about changing from running back to receiver?
It was really about my weight class, but I wasn't. I was very athletic, so it wasn't a hard transition. But like once I got to it, you know, got the details down, it was all good to go.
I think it was the coach that said you made a good catch at practice yesterday.
Oh yeah, I did.
What happened?
I caught a deep ball yesterday. Kind of leaped for it, and I caught it. But yeah, it was pretty good.
What's the mindset of this group been going into the Rose Bowl?
Just staying focused, you know, bringing the intensity and the main goal, you know, winning.
Yep. You feel this team is overall just hungry, like bad, like because we're accustomed. I've been here for 6 years and I've covered 4 national titles. Like I'm not used to go to the Citrus Bowl or any of those other bowls. Like you guys are meant to get to the ultimate. Job's not finished.
Yeah, this is one of the best teams I've been on. Like I love this team a lot. Like we so much of a brotherhood. We came together and built this relationship with each other, and we just kept it all going on like all season.
Thoughts on Jalen Milroe said the other day that Bill O'Brien said he could play and should play another position, which is crazy. Your thoughts on Jalen Milroe and the progress?
Jalen Milroe, he's a great QB. You know, he's a great leader. Best friend to me, you know. So, you know, it's a great kid, you know. We have that great relationship. He's going to do all the right things, right? You know, he's just going to be focused.
All right. Appreciate it, Emmanuel.
Most definitely, man. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Here with Tim Keenan, Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Dude, you know what? I want to tell you something. You never forget how people treat you. One time I was walking in the football field house, you opened the door for me, man. Like simple things like that, man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I mean,
I just feel like treating everybody the same and treat people how you want to be treated. Treat people how you want your family members and loved one to be treated.
Yep. I was talking to Coach Roach earlier kind of about the defensive line. Tim Smith, Justin Mbobe, Jaheim Otis. Talk about that group.
Man, yeah, we got a bunch of guys like Damon Payne, Jamarian Latham, just guys that you usually don't hear all the time. Like the chemistry on the D-line is so well put together. And even our young guys like James Smith, you know, John Renard, Edric Hill, Hunter Osborne, like Curtis Perry and them guys, like we're real tight with group and we really have like we believe in brotherhood and stuff like that.
I always think it's so important for you to take care of your own backyard, like recruiting. You're out of Birmingham area. I mean, talk about the job that Coach Saban's done to make sure that you get in-state prospects.
I do. Lord of God, I thank Him for, you know, being able to be at the greatest university in the world, being at the top program in the world, and it being in my backyard. So just having the opportunity to fulfill those ones that like came before me, like Quentin Williams, Deron Payne, Marcel Darius, DJ Dale, just all those type of guys.
I feel like this defense is battle tested. You look at Texas, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, LSU, Tennessee. Like, I mean, you feel the same way?
Yeah, like you know, in the beginning of the season, we was a little rocky, but we was figuring out. We had a new team, but we was figuring each other out. But you know, ever since then, we've been locked in, and history's been writing itself. We just got to keep a guy first. Keep believing in each other, keep believing in each other that we're going to do our job and execute, and we should be victorious.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, man. Best wishes to you, bro. Bama Football on YouTube, man. All right. Ready? All right. He's Kendrick Law. I'm Kyle Henderson. Kendrick, man, big fan of your game. I said early on that your game was like comparable to Debo Samuel. I'm sure you've heard that. Do you feel the same way? I mean, it's Debo, but I mean,
I do compare to Debo a lot. Debo does a lot of things that I do, and I do a lot of things that he do. But I mean, I do a lot of things that other players in the NFL do, you know, like DK Metcalf, you know, Tyreek Hill, things like that. I get moved to different positions to do different things to, you know, execute the field.
How have you felt about like this wide receiver unit? Because you guys are sophomores. I mean, the talent's amazing. Isaiah Bond, Corey Prentice, yourself, Emmanuel Henderson.
I mean, you know, this group right here, we got a lot of speed demons, what I call it. You know, we got a lot of guys that can stretch the field vertically. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is definitely a special group.
The mindset of the team this week?
I mean, we ready to kill. We ready to go to the natty. We ready to win it. We ready to really get it all.
Yeah, I was kind of noticing, like, one of the things that I like about this offensive group is kind of unfiltered. Like, Isaiah Bond straight up tell you anything you want to know.
Yeah, we all got different personalities, but, you know, we all come together at the end of the day.
Last thing, I mean, kind of the growth of Jalen Milroe at that leadership position.
Yeah, I believe I watched Jalen come. You know, as I was a freshman, he was a sophomore. I watched him grow. I watched him develop. I watched him sit down and sit behind one of the greats and take what Bryce was teaching them and apply it to the field. And I see it even this year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Jalen. He came a long way and he's definitely a great quarterback. Man,
well, I really appreciate your game, man. Got a lot of respect for you, man. So thank you for your time.
Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. All right, thank you.